Okay, the once again, as Elon Musk dropping the nuclear weapon every time on his the Twitter post, recently he posted the new photo of the Raptor 3 version. Okay, just he has revealed the Raptor 3 has been rolled out as a first Raptor manufacturer in a 3 and 3 gen. Okay, but that Raptor was a beautiful, and Raptor 3 is beautifully created by the engineering knowledge, because the Raptor 3 is the most beautiful than the rest of a actor is, rest of a woman in the world, I think. So if you compare the Raptor 3 with a Scarlett Johansson, then what you will get? Who is the winner? Okay, the winner is the Raptor 3, of course, because it is the hotter, it is the beautiful, and it can be a more inappropriately beautifully, because I can say the inappropriate word here, but that's a cutie. My Raptor 3 has the 280 thrust ratio with the 18% more thrust than the rest of the Raptor 2, and which make it more powerful than the Raptor 2 and Raptor 1. So so here we gonna say the who is a winner. If you compare the Raptor 3 in a beauty race with the Sydney Sweeney versus the Raptor 3, who is the winner, guys? Guess now. I'm not just comparing the beauty between them. And answer is the Raptor 3 is a winner because I would choose the Raptor 3 over the Sydney Sweeney. Okay, sorry Sydney Sweeney, but you should get out from here. Okay, so the Raptor 3 is the very clean engine ever I've seen in my life. In the rest of the space exploration field, where we have found many breakthroughs yet, but this breakthrough I haven't seen yet in this industry, because the Raptor T is a rest of a masterpiece of the single engineering knowledge, and here we gonna compare and classify the Raptor T and why it different and differ than the rest of the Raptor, the Gen 1 and Gen 2. So let's gonna know this. So the first you have to compare the Raptor Gen 1 and Gen 2 with the thrust ratio, ISP ratio. So the ISP ratio is the Raptor 1 for the Raptor 1. So let's get the first and get over to the Raptor 1. So the Raptor 1 has the 185 ton thrust ratio, and it has the regenerative cooling system. You guess right? No, it has no regenerative cooling system, but it needs the heat shield. Okay, so the rest of the Gen 1 and Gen 2 needs the heat shield. That heat shield protect the extensive hardwares, the external hardwares, exposed hardwares from the heat, and that we had to need it because that we have to the implement on the Raptor 2 and Raptor 1, because of it doesn't support to a regenerative system. But for the Raptor 3, there we have a something special. But before we say the Raptor 3, we have to compare the thrust ratio. For the Raptor 1, there we have the 185 ton thrust ratio, which is makes it a more not more powerful than the Merlin itself. So, but if you go over to a Raptor 2 to see how many thrust it has, so the Raptor 2 has the 230 ton thrust, and this thrust is a twice the more than the Raptor 1. But if you see again, look over, think again, the Raptor T has the only like minor differ the thrust ratio, like the 280 ton thrust ratio. So the for the vacuum engine, it can go over the 400 ton thrust ratio. Talking about only sea level engines. So the Raptor T has the like 18% the increase in exceed thrust than the rest of the Gen 1 and Gen 2. That's why the rest engine is a different than the both of the rest of the Gen 1 and Gen 2. And there is another thing makes it different from the both engines that we have been used in a recent missions, in a Starship missions. So the Raptor T has supportive regeneration, like regenerative cooling system, which is make it more reliable and durable for its mission, because it doesn't need to the extensive the heat shield for to protect it from the exposed heat. So the exposed hardwares will be the protected by the regenerative cooling system, which is a breakthrough for us. And the rest of the route Gen 1 Gen 2 needs the robust heat shields, I mean heat shield, for to protect them over the temperature. So that's why the Jet's Raptor 3 has the twice thrust and durability, reliability, and the entire the sort out of the hardware replacements. So if you see to the Raptor one, that how it has the jungle of the plumbings and any hardware has been placed over it is not completely organized. So in a Raptor one, if you see the Raptor one in your display, that is the Raptor one, and if you compare the Raptor one with the Raptor 2, then there we can see the many things has been deleted from the Raptor 1 to Raptor 2. The transition happened. So transformation is really great. It means it means the Raptor are getting the everyday diets and they're doing exercise. So in Raptor 2 there is a less of a equipment and hardwares over its the powerhouse, and it doesn't make the lots of jungle, but it has a jungle of the plumbings and hardwares. And then you see over to a Raptor 3, then you will change your mind to see this beauty, because in a Raptor 3, if you see the Raptor 3 that you can see on your video, that's the Raptor 3. And what's there? Nothing else, just the one turbo pump and like yeah, one and two turbo pumps, for the one for the oxidizer, two for the methane, and two turbo pumps with the turbine and reflected the turbine exhaust to into again to the powerhouse. And that's only thing is there. And like almost 90% things has been deleted from the hardwares of the Raptors 3 in the Raptor 3, and that makes it the more beautiful and clean. And that's why I'm telling the Raptor 3 is a more beautiful and clean. But in a future mission, that definitely we will use the Raptor 3 for the Block 2 Starship. And what is about Block 2 Starship? So the Block 2 Starship is the second version of the Starship that they can fly up with the payload. The first version of the Starship is the rest of they have a use for to test their capability, but then we can go into transformation to use the Raptor 3 for the Block 2 as a the immortality and durability. So the I think for them we have to build the flame trench over the launch side, because in a tower 2 we are supporting to flame trench for the Raptor 3. That's why they are building up there. So that's really crazy progress ever going. And I never thought about this. The thing would be a simplified at this scale. The Raptor 3 is the rest of beautiful engines. So if you compare with the Raptor 3 with the NASA, the Apollo mission engines, RS, there you can see the RS is the most powerful engine ever made, but it has the biggest size. But for the size comparison, and if you compare the thrust ratio, ISP ratio, then you would find the size does matter here. Like compact size, you can't simplify the thing and get the more uh, thrust ratio, but the SpaceX did it in a compact size. But for the big size, that we need the more funding to bring it into live and reality. That's why the Apollo missions in the rest of the engines are not having use again because they are literally based on solid motors. So the Raptor 3 and interest of the engines that ever built in this field, the Raptor 3 is the winner of our video. And this is the first part of this video. I'm gonna just explain the thrust ratio and why it making the regenerative system and cooling system across it. So really, I'm gonna explain you again later because we gotta do something. So the I hope you will find this soon. And my name is Gaurav Joshi and you're watching the NASA Directory. I hope we will meet you soon as a possible to you because before the Starship Flight 5, before the Vedas rehearsal. So bye. Well, welcome back. I just want to share you the story that could inspire you to be alone and that could brings your happiness. Because my story was about to my relate to my the hobby or the interest and enthusiasm. Because of I love the space exploration. I love the depth of the universe. That these are the all things are very meaningful for me. And one day when I was walking out and over the road, I met to the guy who was asking me that what is your happiness? Is your happiness your the girlfriend? Is your happiness your companion? It's not actually, because my happiness is not a girlfriend, is not having a companionship. Is my happiness to explore the ideas of the space exploration, see and watch the starship launch and development every day. Those are the raw things that brings me out of the box, and I love to watch a starship the more than I watch any other things. And I gain the many of other information from it to enhance my knowledge and skills. I love the starship. I love the SpaceX. I love the any other space agencies and NASA who bringing this dream into reality. And I one day we will inhale the oxygen on a Mars. That's my promise. And I get more happy and my dopamines get a very high peak when I have heard this sound.
My nickname startup is Starship.